How do you view the new appointments in the Syrian government?
Greetings, everybody. In fact, the new appointments in and of themselves are something predicted. The entourage of Ahmed Al-Golani have been appointed in key positions. The Minister of Justice, the Minister of Interior, and the Minister of Defense. In fact, there were a lot of changes, similar changes that took place in the region that were similar to these. We had a lot of experiences of some political figures speaking moderately, but on the ground we found that they had some hawkish practices. In fact, Sharaa is actually addressing the West more than he is addressing Syrians themselves. We found him, or we find him now wearing new attire, and when he was meeting with some figures from the previous government, we found him wearing a suit, and it seems that he is just trying to change his skin and to present himself in different light to the West. Right now, Sharaa is leading some kind of a PR campaign, and he wants to give a message to the West that he has changed his skin and that he's not an extremist member of a militant party anymore.
Sir, can you also tell me, how can you assess the international community's response to the new situation in Syria at the moment?
The international community, in fact, regarding the international community stance, we found, a delegation coming from the United States and meeting Ahmed Al-Sharaa in Damascus. And the United States, as we know, had a $10 million bounty appropriated for whoever is going to tell on Sharaa's place or any information relating to him. But this has stopped, and his name and the name of his entourage have been taken out of terrorist lists. And, Israel, in the midst of all of that, keeps on colonizing new territories, and after it has annulled the disengagement agreement, we find Israel right now expanding more and seizing the opportunity that is presenting itself to them in Syria right now.
And what do you think is your opinion regarding the meeting between Ahmed Al-Sharaa and the former Syrian vice president and his invitation to participate in the upcoming national dialogue?
Of course, the existence of a national dialogue in Syria, this is something great for all sects to sit down around the table and talk. Of course, this is great. And there was the civil forces in Syria, rallying in the Al-Mananin area or square, asking for the establishment of an inclusive civilian state. When the Iranian revolution took place, it started endorsing different national sects and communist sects inside of Iran. But one or 2 years later, the revolution, as we say, ate its own sons and daughters, and its true face was unmasked. And so we are yet to see what's going to happen on the ground in the coming days.
Sir, what are the implications of the U.S. diplomatic engagement with the interim government in Damascus, particularly the meeting with Ahmad Al-Sharaa?
Yes, we know that an American delegation led by Barbara Sheen was sent to Syria, and they met with some experts in Syria, and they met with Al-Sharaa in Damascus. And the statements of the head of the American delegation, in fact, incorporated some details, including the halting of considering Ahmad Sharaa a terrorist and attempting to prosecute him. In fact, there are other indicators that attest to the existence of a former and a subsequent relationship between Al-Sharaa and the United States. In fact, the Americans said to Sharaa that he has to form an inclusive government that is inclusive of women and of all other sects in Syria. And they said that Al-Sharaa said that he was on board with this. But it seems that the new regime in Syria and the relationship between it and Turkey and the United States are actually friendly relations. That's what we can claim until otherwise is proven.
And that was the editor-in-chief of Al-Sharaa newspaper, Emad Al-Din Hussein. Thank you so much from Cairo, and thank you for your invaluable insights.